Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Are you panicking about XRP price? I'll tell you what, I'm not. I'm just buying more. I kind of feel sorry for people that don't understand market cycles. Look, I want to be clear, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not offering financial advice. No financial background whatsoever. Just an enthusiastic member of the XRP community here. And I think it's fun to talk about these topics, engage with the community, and make YouTube videos. That is all this is. But I do want to share with you opinions from various analysts in this video, which I think you're going to find exciting. There's a couple in particular that made short-term price predictions in terms of like where are we going, even within this week. And what does it mean once we get past a certain threshold in terms of moon time, as all of the kids who live in their mom and dad's basements would say, when moon, when Lambo. Well, I'll let you know. The answer is Friday, 2 p.m. Before we go any further, though, if you would please delicately tap that like button, I would definitely appreciate the support. It will just simply tell the YouTube algorithm that you don't completely hate what Moon Lambeau has created here specifically, and then push that content out onto other people, so I'd appreciate it. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambeau channel. Don't cost nothing, son. Take my free content, damn it. And so I have to tell you, so I've been purchasing, I have made this public, I've literally been purchasing XRP daily for some time now. And I think I'm going, well, I know this, I'm going to make a minimum of one, to me would be like relatively larger purchase, because I have all this excess United States dollars in my checking account, and I don't want it there. United States dollars sitting in a checking account ain't doing no good. They're just losing purchasing power as time passes. So that's why for me, I never want to keep more than I feel like would be necessary for some sort of emergency fund. Other than that, I just want to invest everything, ideally in scarce assets like XRP, for example. And so based on what I've been seeing here, I do feel like, and I really get the sense that most analysts feel like we are at the end of the road in terms of low prices. And I'm not an analyst, I don't pretend to know how to read charts, but I follow all sorts of analysts, and this is just the vibe that I am getting from them, and I will explain some more of the specifics in short order here. Now, at the moment, XRP is trading at 23.3 cents, according to Live Coin Watch. You have Bitcoin at $10,541. Crypto market cap at $329 billion, and Bitcoin dominance, it's been on the rise lately, up to 59.1%, which simply means that it's losing less value than altcoins. That's pretty, because it's all been going down, just as an asset class, right? But altcoins have been losing more. And that's why when you saw the dominance go down, it didn't mean that Bitcoin wasn't climbing in terms of price action. It actually was until this most recent correction. It just meant that the altcoins were increasing in price and at a faster pace here. And I want to be clear here, like the macro trend from the analysts that I keep following, they're all saying that it's still in place. So humans are doing what they're doing. They FOMO in and they panic sell. I ain't got no time for that. I am not participating in any sort of FOMO or panic selling. And but humans are doing what they're doing, and that's why you're seeing what you're seeing, and I'm counting on them doing it. They've been doing it for, well, I don't know, it's in our DNA, so forever, pretty much. Before crypto existed, humans were behaving like this. We've got, somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 years worth of activity in terms of price action with the stock market indicating this is just what humans do. It's not weird. And then, like me just being aware of it, I just don't participate, and then I hold, and then I suspect that I will do well as a result of that. That's how it works in the stock market. It historically has, right? And so there was this piece which I thought really kind of nailed the sentiment here. This is from dailyhodl.com, and it's titled "Time to Panic?" Top analyst evaluates Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoin market after sudden crypto pullback. And they're referring to YouTuber Nicholas Merten, who I believe has the largest cryptocurrency-related YouTube channel on the planet. He's got over 300,000 subscribers. So crypto strategist Nicholas Merten is giving his market assessment amid the sudden pullback in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. In a new Data Dash episode, that's his channel, it's called Data Dash, the crypto analyst says the broader crypto market has been due for a retracement after altcoin valuations skyrocketed this year. And here's a quote from him. "The DEXs have been probably the clearest indicator that we were due for a correction. We were due for a correction ever since January, where we almost had, not exactly, but anywhere from around 7.5 to 10 times, 10x, on a lot of these major altcoin plays. It tends to happen when you get valuations too exceedingly high. Exactly. There are always going to be corrections when these types of things happen. It happens with Bitcoin, it happens with Ethereum, it happens with XRP, and it always will. As long as there are open markets, it always will. And right, although the deep correction may have caught many traders off guard, Merten reminds his fellow traders that the crypto market is renowned for its volatility. And here's another quote. "This is not the time to be panicking." How about that? See, how about that for some sage wisdom? See, I am bulletproof when it comes to this stuff. I'm just going to let the lemming humans out there that don't know what they're doing just do what they do, make the price move around. I'm just going to kick it. I'm going to kick it cool. So, like, if you've been panicking, don't worry. You're actually completely normal. But, do what you want to do in terms of buying, selling, or holding, not participating, whatever you want. I'm just saying whatever you do, pull the emotion out of it. Just absolutely pull the emotion out of it. Because otherwise you get people like me who will just buy your fear effectively. Because when the prices go low, that makes me want to spend more money, frankly. And that's what I say. Like, when people are selling at low prices, they're effectively, just putting their fear on the market. And then people like Moon Lambo are going to snatch it up. Although technically, I've been placing market orders. So it's the fear that drives down the price. And then I place market orders. So I'm purchasing technically from the cryptocurrency exchange. But still, you get the cut of my jib. It's close enough. And some people would say, why don't you just put in, why don't you actually buy from individuals that are selling? I'm like, I feel like at that point we're just kind of splitting hairs. It's close enough. But the market order is just fine. I don't want to deal with any additional rigmarole. But here's the rest of his quote. "This is the kind of price action we see and look for discounts in the market. I just averaged into ETH the other day, so I'm going to be continuing to stack into crypto positions that I think are good here. I don't get caught in the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and I think, especially for those who have been around, you know what I'm talking about. This happens all the time in crypto markets." Yep. And I've been emotionally bulletproof for some time, but I will tell you, the more time passes, the more I'm just like, whatever. It's just another day that ends with the letter Y. Okay, it's like it's nothing. It's crypto, and it's volatile not because it might go to zero at any given second. Not from my perspective. The reason it's so damn volatile is because markets are illiquid, and it's easy to come in and manipulate them if you're a whale. And even if there isn't whale activity going on, there are so few participants that prices are just going to go all over the place. That's why you've seen, and you can see this, you can actually, if you look at charts, you can look up the data yourself, you've got the Webernets, you can use the Googles, and you can see that actually the volatility within this asset class has been decreasing over time, and market cycles are taking longer. Every single time there's a new market cycle. It's interesting stuff, and it's just worth being aware of that, because it helps me to, it's just one more reason that I just do not emotionally respond to all this stuff. Now, I want to highlight this. The blockchain backer. I listened to one of his videos today, and here's a tweet from him. XRP buy number 3 complete. Current XRP price. And he got it right when it dips below, and it was barely below. It wasn't below for long, but below 23 cents. He got XRP at 22.95 cents. And for some time, he has been calling for the bottom of XRP price to be maybe close to 22.5 cents. He is pretty gosh darn spot on to this point. He's been saying this for, weeks or so. Can't remember exactly when he started talking about this. And so he's doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing that I've been talking about in terms of, just when people are freaking out and panicking. Okay, sorry. But he's purchasing. He's the one that's snatching up the bags, and so am I. Right? It's the same thing here. And so where did he talk about the XRP price going? Well, he thinks this is as low as it goes. He was talking about perhaps by the end of this week you might see another rally, getting up to, what range was he talking about? Now I'm starting to mix it. So I was watching his video, and then I also saw one from DIY Investing. I was going to talk about both of them. Now I'm kind of mixing up which one of them said. I think maybe it was DIY Investing, actually, now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure. I apologize if I'm misspeaking. I don't want to put words in anyone's mouth, so just take it with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure it was actually DIY Investing who was talking about where this is going to go. And so he thinks that XRP is actually going to go a little bit lower. He was calling for a bottom as low as perhaps 20 cents, which, again, not that far off from 22.5. One of them will be closer to accurate, whatever. They're still both saying that it's possible for it to get about that low. But after that, they both share the same opinion that the macro trend is still in place. And after that, it's like probably going to take off. And I believe it was DIY Investing who stated that once it hits that low of roughly 20 cents, maybe it'd be 21 cents, he thinks at that point you're going to see in relatively short order a boost up to 30 to maybe 33 cents. And once you hit what was previously the most recent high in terms of local high anyway, in terms of resistance, once it hits that, it's like, man, you're going to take off. And that's kind of the sentiment that he was sharing from what I gathered there. And so it was just kind of interesting that they both kind of shared that opinion that, okay, it's going to be whether it's 20 cents or it's 22.5 cents, or maybe it doesn't even go any lower and it's at 23.3 cents or whatever I said earlier in the video now. Whatever. At this point, okay, it's another one of those situations where it's like, we're splitting hairs. It's low. And they're saying from here on out still it's more likely than not to go up. And then you've got Nicholas Merten sharing the same sentiment. And while he wasn't specifically talking about XRP, he's talking about the broader crypto market. And we do know that XRP and all altcoins followed the price action of Bitcoin. And he made it very clear here that the macro trend is still in play. There is no reason to panic. These pullbacks are to be expected if you simply pay attention to what is going on here. So not surprising in the least. And so I'm continuing to purchase. At some point, I'm gonna have to button this up. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. So I'm for sure I'm gonna do at least one more purchase that for me would be like relatively larger, and whether or not you'd think it's large or not, it's all subjective, but I'm not going to tell you how much it is. So to some it would be a lot, to some it would not be a lot, and I hope that tells you absolutely nothing, because that's what I'm trying to do. And I'll say this, if it is the case that XRP starts taking off and it gets, a good bit above 30 cents, I'll still buy, but I'm gonna clamp down on like the major purchases there, and I'll just be like, okay, my bags are packed, I get it, but if I have any additional opportunities, it's just like more stretch goals basically. It gets to the point where when you hit the goals that you set individually, I mean, maybe you're like me, maybe you're not, but I just feel like once you get to that realm, it's like, if I'm gonna buy more, you gotta kind of like I need to be incentivized. Like, it's gotta be at a low enough price. I'm gonna put down some notable cash. Otherwise, okay, I'll keep dollar cost averaging in a little bit at least, just so I continue to grow the bags here. But even that, at some point, once I see this go parabolic, I'm just tapping pause on all my purchasing, and I'll be happy to publicly share when I do that. I haven't to this point, and I've stated previously, like I anticipate that I'll still be doing those smaller regular purchases. I won't be surprised if I make it at least to 50 cents before I start to get like, okay, I don't know. And maybe beyond that, I'm not sure. I'll just have to think about it, because still, you think about even at 50 cents, my gosh, once it gets back to its all-time high, which there's no guarantee it will, but I certainly suspect it will, which again is not financial advice. My gosh, the multiplier effect is still rather tremendous, So it's more so like, if I'm going to throw down major cash, it's more like I've kind of done that, and at some point it just gets like, which is kind of the same sentiment that Blockchain Backer was talking about in his videos of late, and I was like, oh, I totally get it, because that's exactly how I feel. I totally get it. I can absolutely relate to that here. So anyway, I'm not fearful at all, and again, not going to tell you what to do ever. I would never want that kind of responsibility. It's just fun to talk about this stuff as a member of the XRP community, but I'll just tell you, if you are feeling the emotions, don't worry. It doesn't make you some sort of weak, stupid individual. It really doesn't. It just makes you normal. And that's why it's best to just do your own research, right? And just look at charts, find out exactly what's going on. But I understand when you've got skin in the game, it's totally normal. So if anything, I'm the weirdo, because I don't let this stuff get to me. But I will say, in late 2017, before I understood all this, I did feel that type of stuff. So it's not like I'm some sort of robot. But at this point, I just am armed with enough knowledge, and I'm confident enough, right or wrong, that I just do not feel those things at all. I do not care. When it dips, I'm just like, oh, cool, more XRP for me. So that's pretty much it. So anyway, we'll know in short order where this is going. It would be neat if Blockchain Backer's right, and then it does kind of take off. At this point, I guess, like, I'll make peace if I can't make more than one large purchase in short order. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, but I will not hate it if I've got the rest of the calendar year to continue to accumulate at these levels or lower. Like, trust me, I will not be complaining one bit. And also, the stock market's the wild card. Like, what if it completely tanks again, like we saw in March? Well, I don't know if it's going to in short order, but what if it did? Because last time crypto just followed, so I'm not ruling out the idea, and I'm not a chart analyst, but I would not be surprised if the stock market tanks to that type of degree again. Will not be the least bit surprised if you see those type of low prices with XRP, and if that happens, I still will not be beating myself up for buying at 25.9 cents and 28 cents and 23 cents, because I don't know what's going to happen. So for me, it's just like, accumulate when you have the cash available to do so. Like that's, I'm not saying for you, I'm saying for me, like that's what I'm telling myself, right? And that's what I've been doing. And I'm glad I have. it's a good time. I've had a good time over the last 3 years, even though the vast majority of my time in crypto has been during a bear market. So it's cool. We all in this together, guys. It's okay. If you ever feel a little bit scared, you can come to Uncle Moon Lambo. You can gather around the fire, children. I'll tell you a story about XRP price action. It's going to be okay. But that's it for this video. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo.